Hello and welcome to this video on the peptide called Semax. Semax is commonly used for depression and anxiety, traumatic brain injuries, and generally anything associated with brain inflammation. So it helps to promote healing and lower inflammation in the brain. So if you know anyone that's suffering with anxiety, neurological conditions, Alzheimer's, anything like that, anything that is associated with neuroinflammation, then you definitely want to watch this video and send this video to them and check this out, because this could be really, really, really powerful. The reason why I started looking into this sort of stuff, because through the neurologists and the doctors that we see in the UK, we're very limited in what we get that can really kind of heal and reduce inflammation in the brain. We're very limited. The only thing that you really get prescribed is steroids, which is just overall systemic kind of like lower inflammation by basically it's just synthetic kind of cortisol. It kind of stresses your system. So I've had them several times, and steroids are really not a long-term solution. I've got some notes on my screen here, so I'm going to read through them and then expand on each point. Semax is a synthetic peptide designed to enhance brain function. It was created in Russia to protect and heal the brain and is widely recognized for its cognitive benefits. The origins of Semax. Semax was developed in Russia in the 1990s. It is based on a natural hormone called ACTH. In Russia, it is prescribed by doctors for brain injuries, strokes, and memory problems. The reason why these peptides are becoming more and more popular is because they've been shown to be really safe. Your body metabolizes them very, very quickly. The only time that you'd probably be cautious with any of these peptides is if you've got known cases of tumors and cancers and stuff like that, because it's going to promote growth factors in the brain, and potentially it could increase the growth of tumors and stuff if you've got diagnosed with a tumor. So always look into the contraindications for things. If you're looking to take anything or try anything and you've got existing medical conditions especially, always search for what the contraindications are for that specific medication. So what is Semax used for? Semax is used to repair and protect brain cells after injuries or illnesses. It enhances focus, memory, and mental clarity in both healthy individuals and those with cognitive impairment. It also helps reduce stress, inflammation in the brain, supporting overall brain health. So this doesn't necessarily have to be something that you're going to use if you're just kind of going through like an acute or a chronic illness or injury. This is something that people use to generally kind of like improve their cognitive performance in their cognitive, it enhances their cognitive capacity and ability. So if you could pull it out the bag if you're going through like a particularly stressful period in life, then this may help you better cope with those situations. Here's what I also want to say is, the first thing you want to try to do, or at least you want to do concurrently alongside doing any of these sorts of therapies, is you want to make sure you're getting the basics right. Yeah, so you don't want to be having crappy sleep, rubbish diet, not training, not working out, and then just start taking, peptides like this. Yeah, will it help? Yes, of course it's going to help. But is it a good idea to do it? Probably not, because you're kind of just like, yes, it's like putting, as Abraham Hicks says, you're putting like a smiley sticker over your empty fuel tank. So temporarily it may give you a bit of psychological relief and stuff, and it may aid you in some way, but in the long term it's not the best strategy. You want to do, this is another thing that you can add to your strategy. So you always want to look at your hydration, your diet, your sleep, and then this is going to add into kind of like, there's going to be a synergistic effect of all those things together. Yeah, so that's what you want to think of this stuff. This is not to like, this is what a lot of people would do with like weight loss peptides, for instance. They maybe start some weight loss peptides and then carry on smashing donuts. It's just silly, all right? So focus on all the other stuff. Sleep is one of the main things when it comes to your brain health. So you really want to maximize your sleep, but then also, to be able to sleep better, you've got to look at your training, like training and doing proper exercise is going to help you sleep, and your nutrition is going to affect your sleep, etc. So it's all kind of works together. Does that make sense? So how does Semax work? Semax increases levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, so it's known as BDNF, a protein that helps with learning and memory. So BDNF can make your brain more more plastic and more able to like adapt and change to new kind of say if you've been like, say if you're going through, like, if you've been in a relationship or in a certain job for many years, and then you lose that, and you're kind of like, you have to learn a new way of being, a new habit. Some people, it can throw them off and make them stressed and depressed. So this can help you cope with them transition periods. Like higher levels of BDNF can help you cope with them transition periods in life. It protects brain cells from damage caused by stress or trauma and reduces inflammation, making it beneficial for cognitive enhancement and recovery. So as I said before, this is one of many different peptides that I've learned about that can help to reduce inflammation in the brain. And I've had a lot of brain inflammation over the last few years. And it's kind of, it's almost a bit frustrating, a bit annoying that there are things available like this that I just weren't aware of, or wasn't made aware of. I've had to find them, through my own research. So that's why I'm motivated to start sharing it with you guys. So hopefully some of you can get some of the same benefits that I've got from some of these compounds. So for cognitive enhancement and recovery. So scientific proof and research. Semax has been studied extensively, particularly in Russia, where it is a prescription medication. Research shows it improves cognitive function in people with brain injuries, strokes, and neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Studies also suggest it may help healthy individuals improve focus and memory. So it's been studied extensively. There's a lot of studies that have been done on Semax, and it's shown to be extremely safe, and it's shown to have benefit when it comes to neurodegenerative diseases and inflammation in the brain. So it's like, why the hell have I not heard about this? Do you know what I mean? This should be common knowledge. And then obviously with every single drug you take, everything you take comes with risks and potential side effects. Everything, all pharmaceutical drugs do. So just you've got to become the CEO of your own health. Yeah, you've got to really take it on your own shoulders to look into things and find compounds like this, because it's not always going to come through the route that we all expect. So yeah, ways to take Semax. Semax can be taken through subcutaneous injections or nasal sprays. Both methods are effective. Nasal sprays tend to be easier and quickly absorb through the nose. But the reason why I don't really like the nasal sprays is just, I'm never really sure and confident exactly how much is going to go into my bloodstream. Like if I'm getting some of it caught in mucus and stuff, and then, swallowing it, or coughing it out or whatever later in the day. So I'm not confident. I'd like to know exactly how much I'm taking, basically. I want to know the precise dose. So I prefer subcutaneous injections. So typically subcutaneous injections, people go from between 250 and 500 micrograms a day. 5 days a week and then 2 days off is a typical schedule for most peptides that you do subcutaneously. That means just a tiny little insulin needle and you put it into your belly fat, basically. I started off at like 100 micrograms. Yeah, I did a very small dose, and I did that for a few days. I always do that when I start a new compound that I've never tried before. Just start up very small, and then you can see how your body reacts. Yeah, you see how you feel great. You can bump it up to the recommended dosage in the preceding days and weeks. Okay, so now I think it's 500. Yeah, I've been taking 500. I'm going to stop just before the new year and have a break, and then potentially go back on it in a month or two. So yeah, the benefits of Semax. Semax enhances focus, memory, and learning in healthy people whilst repairing and protecting the brain after injuries or illnesses. It reduces stress, improves mental performance, and promotes long-term brain health. So here's an overview. An overview is Semax has been used since the 1990s in Russia for brain health and recovery, supported by decades of research. It is a proven tool for enhancing cognition, and supporting overall brain function, whether for medical use or mental performance. So it can be used for either medical use or mental performance. So if you've had bouts of brain inflammation, then I would definitely suggest that you start taking it. Basically, you find out a way to get hold of it and start taking it. Make sure you do it safely through ideally for a clinic or someone who really knows what they're doing with this sort of stuff. Yeah, you don't want to just be going randomly on some random sites on the internet and purchasing it, and because you're injecting it into your body, so you need to make sure it's clean and comes from a good, reliable source. And also for mental performance as well. So if you're generally just someone who kind of, you feel like you're doing all the right things with your training, your nutrition, and you feel like you just need a bit of a boost, and your caffeine does it. I quit caffeine quite a long time ago because I realized that, yes, it gave me that kind of cognitive enhancement in the energy. However, it definitely impeded my sleep over time. So, and that's what I didn't want to sacrifice that. So something like this could be worth looking into. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Drop any questions in the comments below. Like the video, share it with anyone that you feel that may benefit from this. Not many people know about this sort of thing. So share this video, especially if you know someone who's got a family member that struggles with any sort of mental disorder or any sort of illness that kind of like has brain inflammation as a factor in it. All right, take care. I'll see you in the next video.